Hey guys, so today's 7 on Sunday. I feel so weird not doing like every single video of 7 on Sunday, but really when there isn't anything that I can actually do for the theme, or I'm planning on doing a different video, it doesn't really make sense for me to film it or to only have like one option for the video. But I don't know what next month's themes are going to be, but hopefully I can film videos for all of them because it's like one of the best videos to film. And obviously, if you guys don't know, 7 on Sunday is run by Grace from G-Swizzel, so I'll leave a link to her channel down below, but I'll also leave a link to the Goodreads page because that's where you need to go to get all the information of what we need to film, videos coming up, videos that have already been done. It's just the best place to be. But I'm really excited for today's topic because we're going to be talking about our favorite book predictions. So obviously these are 5-star predictions, but I like actually calling it favorite book predictions because 5 stars is a fun thing to think about, but it's also really fun to think of books that you know are going to be on your favorites. And hopefully I can read some of these books that I have in a pile here and they actually make it onto my list of favorite books of the year for 2022. Like, I just filmed 2021's video and hopefully 2022 is looking up, but it's ironic because I filmed a video for this last year and I read not a single one of the books that I put on that list, so I am beyond proud of that achievement. I could have just re-uploaded the same video and it would have had the same information. So what I've done is 4 of the books from that list I'm going to rehash here, and then 3 of them are like newer releases to keep up with the trends of what's actually come out and what I'm excited for. And also, again, please just vote for what books you think I should read first. Tell me if there's something you really like. Girl, read that book. I need to know. But I'm just so excited to get into this list, talk about books that I think are going to be favorite. I don't think I'm ever going to stop mentioning The Princess Will Save You by Sarah Heading because I mentioned it in so many videos and I still haven't read it. And then when I eventually do read it, I'm going to have another reason to mention it because I love it. I just feel I'm going to enjoy this, but the fact that there is the Princess Bride element to this story, but I think it's gender bent, is something that really speaks to me. But I did read Sea Witch and I wasn't a big fan of that story. So like, I'm low-key hesitant, but I still really want to know how this is going to go. I want to see what happens with this story, understand the hype, and I feel like this is hopefully a situation where the hype is warranted, but it just sounds like it's going to be amazing, and that cover is beyond beautiful, so I have high hopes that I can hopefully get to it at some point this year. Another book that I'm always constantly mentioning is Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody. Like, what the actual F? How have I not read this? Because the main selling point is at the bottom of this book is a freaking circus, and my favorite book is The Night Circus, so any book that pertains to a circus is something I want to read. But have I? No. It sounds good and I'm just mad at myself. Like, I really want to do it and I haven't actually ever attempted to put it on like a readathon TBR or different things like that, but like, I want to do it. And I haven't heard anyone talk about this book for the longest time, so I'm also mad at myself that I seem to have like missed the hype train slightly, but I just know that it sounds like it's going to be good. Like, I don't really need to know that much. Like, honestly, the blueprint of this fantasy novel is exactly what I look for when I'm reading books, so it's just shocking that it has not happened. To continue on with me not reading books with circuses in them, When Dreams Ascend by Jen-Leen Angeles, and I also own the second one. So this needs to happen. But I've heard nothing but good things, really. Like, maybe 1 or 2 like bad reviews, but that's only when I've been like on Goodreads being like, oh, what do people think? And I'm like, ooh, that's real bad. But just saying, I did get a bookish item from the Outcrate 12 Days of Bookers thing, so obviously this book is popular. I'm really keen. I really want to know what it's about. And this definitely feels more Night Circus-y than Daughter of the Burning City, because this actually is a competition between 2 magicians, and like, that is the vibe of the Night Circus. That is the main reason why that book is so good, but also because of the timeline. But I just really want to know. Like, I want to know. And the amount of times that I've pulled this book out and have got scratches on it and it still has not been read makes me sad. Okay, this hurts me that I haven't read this book yet, but it's Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dare. And I got this for Christmas 2020, I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember what year I got it, but I've had this book for so long. But I've gotten to the point where I'm almost scared to read it because I think I've overhyped it in my head. But I think the hype is well deserved because I've heard many, many good things. And I also own the second book now. So like 2 books are out in this world that I haven't read yet. But I do love this niche in the contemporary genre because obviously contemporary is very good, adult contemporary is very good. But I like the version of it where there are so many different levels of either social media or or knowing through other people, or just general having different things going on, and they're all the same people. Like, it happened in Tweet Cute and it was done really well because like they were talking on this app that wouldn't reveal themselves, and then they were also talking to each other in real life, and then they also had Twitter battles. Like, there's things like that where it's like obviously they need to pretend to be dating but then they're not, and then they also have to be talking online on something. Like, it's just, it sounds like it's going to be really right up my alley, and I do think I'm at the point where I really could pick up this book very soon and really enjoy it. I'm so excited because I have a copy of From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I do obviously have the most basic paperback version, but I don't think I really needed much more from this series because all of her other books, which are down there, are in paperbacks, and I bought like all of the ones that I could. So obviously this will be in a book haul coming soon, and this is really heavy, and honestly I'm kind of sad because I really did want to get the Fairy Loot editions, but at the time I was like, that's way too expensive, and then when I was kind of coming around to the idea, they sold out, and I was like, my loss, but what can you do? And then these paperbacks cost quite a bit of money, but I'm so excited to have them. Like, I've heard nothing but good things about this series, and I think it's gonna be a ride. Like, there seems to be like a lot of crazy elements going on in this world and with these characters, and I just think it's gonna be really good. And I think I'm going to enjoy the element of the princess falling in love with the guard because I haven't read a book like that for a long time, but I've also heard things on the grapevine going along that there might be another love interest, or there might be other things going on. Like, I don't really know, but I feel like I don't want to get attached to anyone, and I feel like it's going to be the same with the Crave series because I've heard different things, and after Sarah J Maas killed me with Throne Glass series, I'm like, I don't trust anything ever anymore. But I just think it sounds good, but it's very thick. So I don't know when I'm going to read it, but I'm excited. Next, I have The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. So I finally have a copy of this book, and I just realized this has a freaking gotta be made into a movie sticker that you can't take off, and I'm like, mate, so annoying. But it's better than the other version where the actor's face are actually on the sticker, which is lame. But this is a book that I've always seen recommended for adult contemporaries, but it was just too expensive to buy this paperback. But then Miranda bought this for me for Christmas, so I'm like really thankful of her to buy this book. I'm so excited to actually read this. I think it's going to be really good, and I actually plan on doing a buddy read of this book with Miranda next month. So I actually will be able to tell you if this is a 5-star prediction. But again, as I said, I've heard really good things, and obviously with all popular books there's people that hate it and people that love it, but it seems way more people are like on the I love it scene. And I also really want to read it before it comes out at the cinemas because I don't think it's out in Australia yet, because I'm pretty sure it's meant to be coming to a cinemas in Australia for us to watch. So I really need to get onto it. And lastly on my list is These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. So this is another hyped book that I finally have the copy of, and I had to get this hardcover because I'm pretty sure this is Charlie Bowater design, and it's beautiful. It's a very basic book, but like, I'm excited, but I still think that this just looks like what Tamlin and Rhysand, so, and it's about Fae, so I don't know how much I'm going to relate it to like the Alcatraz series because I can't not do that whenever there's Fae in book. I've heard many good things, and Sasha, who is one of my booktube besties, actually recently read this and she really enjoyed it. But then I also have my friend Casey who read this book and she just thought it was very much a rip-off of Alcatraz. So I actually have a lot of mixed feelings of people telling me how they think this book is. But I also plan on reading this next month because I have readathon plans, but it's my own readathon. So like, I mean, I'm not doing a readathon to show for people. Like, I'm doing something that I will film a video for very soon to let you know what I'm doing in February, but this is something that fills a prompt. So I'm going to be reading this and I'm so excited. I just feel honestly that I haven't read a really good fantasy book like this for a while. I have been reading a lot of adult contemporary lately, which I absolutely adore, and I'm going to keep doing it. But I need to start getting back into fantasy because I've really been lackluster with it, and I just feel that this is going to be a new favorite. So I'm so excited, and there's a pretty good selection here, and it's actually really nice that 5 of them are fantasy and 2 of them are contemporary, because like, I already know that all the contemporaries I read are mainly going to be like 5-star predictions, but it's just nice, and I'm trying to like, you know, push myself. But like, as I said, if there's anything that you do want me to read more than others, let me know. So guys, that is all for today's 7 on Sunday. So hopefully I will get to some of these books at least. Like, at least 2 of them I'm really planning on reading next month, which I'm so excited for. But if I can get to any of the other 5, I will be proud of that. And it'll just be nice to get to some of these books that have been sitting there for the longest time and I can finally read them. Like, fingers crossed I can do it. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!